And good evening, guys. Welcome to the stream. And basically, from everyone here at AOEIndia, we wish you a happy new year. Hope you guys had a fun New Year's Eve. Anyway, it's time for round two. So, no, we won't be using the new capture age Ranzer because I don't like the graphics. So, I'll keep using the old one until they can actually migrate it to the previous one, or rather the previous graphics or whatever. At that point, I guess we can switch over to the new one. But for now, we'll be using the preview version. And yeah, and besides, I actually noticed that since you're using the game itself plus the new overlay, it actually causes quite a bit of resource consumption, which was not desirable considering I'm also encoding video and streaming at the same time. So yeah, yeah, I am sober, man. My last drink was yesterday night, so I mean I had a hangover in the morning, but otherwise I'm good. So yeah, anyway, to the point, we'll be starting with round two today, and let us just go and check out the brackets where we left off at round one. So yeah, these are the brackets. So what you have here is game one, or rather the first set should be between Stackers X versus Hooligans. Hooligans, they won against Shikari in round one, and they'll now be facing Stackers X, which is possibly one of the strongest teams on the tournament. So this should be a fun game. After that, we would have had Team Name versus Lan Clan. Unfortunately, one of the members of Team Name was injured and required some sort of surgery, so they have been unable to play, which means they're out of the tournament, and Lan Clan gets a bye into round three. So set two that we will be watching will be three-man Saw versus Supremacy. Three-man Saw consists of four, who is one of the strongest players in India. Apart from that, we have Tranzo, one of our community managers, will be playing in that team. And finally, if time permits, we can also take a look at Team Agent versus Logisticas, in which again we have one community manager who is playing for Team Agent, Doomstar. So yeah, anyway, uh, oh man, Nightbot has been pretty active. So yeah, anyway, what I will do now is, since this is round two, and I had promised that I would be showing the Civ drafts. So I guess we can go to that. It should be here. And I assume you should be able to check out the Civ drafts. Let me know if you guys have any issues with that. I'll just load up the chat over there so you guys can look at that as well. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll just play this, and hopefully this doesn't take us long. The teams are prepared, and we can basically just start watching what civs they end up selecting. Okay, for some reason my chat. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay, so Morty, or rather Stackers X, has banned Britain's first, and now it is turn. It is Zeus's turn to. I believe it is two bans for them. Yeah, so that's two guest bans, and then we'll have a host ban again. So Stackers X will get the final ban, and the first pick goes to the guest, which means that Stackers X basically did not want hooligans to take Britain's. Uh, yeah, fair enough. I can do that as well. It should actually be quite a bit quick. Or what I can just do is uh, just fast forward this. Oh, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so there we go. And what we have here is that Stackers X has banned Britons and Saracens, and Hooligans has banned Cumans and Indians. Interesting. And for the Civ picks, these are basically the Civ picks. If you guys can't see the Civs behind this, I can just turn off the chat over there for a minute. Yeah, Rogan, there is a schedule that has been posted in the announcements channel. Basically, the casting schedule will be as per the matches in the bracket. So in round two, Stackers X versus Hooligans was the first set, and after that we had another game which was, like I said, it was cancelled. So after that we have three man Saw versus Supremacy, and you can just take a look at the brackets and you'll be able to figure it out. So yeah, happy board, if you want to join me, please go ahead. I can definitely zoom in. I believe it should be much more responsive now. and or rather much more visible anyway. So yeah, these are the two picks, and we have hooligans who have picked Khmer, Ethiopians, Vietnamese. So a couple of good archer civs there. Persians, I mean, a pretty good all-rounder civ. We have Chinese again, a very good all-rounder civ. Koreans, Magyars, Vikings, and Incas. And on the other side, yeah, I will go over the maps. Just give me a minute. On Stackers X side, we have Franks, we have Mayans, we have Goths, which should be interesting. Apart from that, we have Lithuanians, Burmese, Malians, Portuguese, Turks, and Japanese. So, yeah, these are basically the civs that they had picked. And what I'll do now is I'll just head over to the winner bracket scene. And yeah, meanwhile, I can just narrate the maps for you. So for Stackers X versus Hooligans, Stackers X had picked Oasis and Arena as their home maps, whereas Hooligans has picked Hideout and Acropolis. So for Stackers X, basically Oasis and Arena can be pretty boomy maps, and Hooligans they've picked a map which I mean, it can be something where people can boom, but usually it's not recommended. Whereas Acropolis is entirely, you have action basically from the feudal age itself. So yeah, I mean, it had to be arena exactly. Turks versus, I mean, Turks and Burmese. Anyway, now what I'll do is okay, yeah. So I have the first game replay, and this is Stackers X versus Hooligans. Let me just enable capture age. I will disable the scoreboard. It might take a short minute for me to just configure this once the game loads. So, yeah, what I'll do is I'll just pause for a second. We can have the scoreboard now. So we have Hooligans versus Stackers X. It's a best of three. And yeah, I guess we are ready to go over here. So let me just switch over to the in-game scene and okay, yeah. So I guess we can go live since I do not have a co-caster with me. However, let me just undeafen myself so in case somebody wants to join me, they can. And yeah. Uh, do I sound tired? I shouldn't be because I haven't partied. Unfortunately, in Bombay we had a curfew, so it was pretty difficult to do that. And okay, so anyway, we have Blapley. So I guess that's the perspective from which I'll be watching the start. Anyway, we have Blapley, who is basically the weak. I believe he's the weaker player in Stackers X. Anyway, he picked Mayans and was in it, instantly housed. Made that mistake, which happens a lot anyway. So yeah, we have Blapley who is in the red, playing as the Mayans, and we have Morty who is his pocket playing as the Franks. So should be fun to watch this. Okay, yeah. So Blapley is the 1400 player, which means that Instagram is the weaker one. And interestingly, he has gone for the Goths, so this should be interesting. Goths as a flank. I believe his name on Discord, on our Discord server, I mean, is Monit. Although if he's available in the chat, he can correct me. And on the other side, for Hooligans, we have Jesus, who's playing as the flank. He's playing as the Ethiopians. The pocket is Pala playing as the Magyars. And we have some action already. So I mean, this doesn't make sense because Blapley is supposed to have Loom anyway since he's playing as the Mayans. However, he has sent a villager forward, which has been spotted here. So I wonder what he was trying to do over here. I cannot. Wait. Okay. So I get what he's trying to do here. I believe he's trying to lame the deer, the boar, whatever he can. Considering they sort of end up with an extra villager, and I mean, yeah, that's not gonna work. Man, at this point, he should just pull in the boar rather than, uh, possibly. Wait, what the hell is happening here? Where is this villager going? Okay, so anyway, we have PJ who's playing as the other flank, as the Vietnamese. So a couple of very good archers. We have Ethiopians and Vietnamese for these guys, for Polygons. And on the other side, we have Goths and Mayans. Although I don't understand what this structure is. I mean, what the structure is going to be. Ah, okay, so he is walling in this villager. Ah, this is nice. So PJ basically saw what was about to happen and just pulled in the bow, which means that this guy has wasted a bunch of time over here. Ended up with nothing. Oh man. So, oh man. So basically, PJ has just killed his boar using his TC. Man, this is a rough start for Hooligans, and I believe the other bow will end up with sort of the same fate, considering. Let me see if this guy knows. Okay, so he does know about the other bow as well. Let's see if this lore is better or not. Man, this is an action-packed game from the first minute. And we have Morty who has sent his scout over here trying to harass this villager who's building a house. Man, so much is going on. I believe I'll be missing quite a few things here. Okay, so at least he gets one boar. This wait, I don't understand here. Uh, man, just garrison your villagers. At least try and take some health off the scout so that you can then use your villager to kill it. These guys are being complete pests over here. Blaple meanwhile is, I guess he's basically trying to just wall in the gold over here. And in all of this, we seem to, maybe I don't think we've missed a lot here. Just standard stuff anyway. Unfortunately, what I do notice here is that Blaple is at just 14 villagers for some reason. I don't understand what's going on. He seems to have caused more damage to himself rather than his opponent here. Because, I mean, he's doing it to PJ, and although PJ is at 17 villagers, it's still more than Blaple. What the hell is going on here? Wait, what? So uh, this doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. He's trying to wall his own villager in rather than wall the gold out. Uh, yeah, I get the part that he's trying to lame something. Unfortunately, all he's doing here is wasting time because, yeah, I mean, the resources are still available. The villager's walled in, and I don't see a way how, he can, what? Okay. I guess we'll see what happens later on because I mean whatever this guy is trying to do seems to not be working. Yeah, exactly. Now these villagers have spotted this. Yeah, I think it's high time this villager goes down. He's even pulling in his scout. Unfortunately, we see some quick calling. Oh man, this is hilarious. Okay, so the wall goes down and this villager will meet the same fate. No. Okay, yeah, fair enough. So, PJ is not wasting any more time over here. He's just sending his villagers to collect the berries. And I mean, I don't believe there is a chance he can actually successfully wall this off. Anyway, in all of this, what we've missed is that Stackers is, or rather, Morty is already in feudal age. He's got a stable up, so I assume he'll be starting with some scouts at this point. And Instagram, meanwhile, is already building up the barracks. Let's just look at the village accounts, and at the same time, we can take a look at the idle TC time as well. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. So what I can do is, and we have a fight over here as well. Gods again also get loom pretty much instantly. So and besides, I wait, what the hell? Okay, so Instagram is in feudal age. My mistake. So the only person who's still in dark age is basically PJ, and unfortunately, I do believe due to the fact that he doesn't have food, he isn't able to click up. Right. So a lot of interesting stuff going on. Anyway, I Yeah, so there we go. These are Morty scouts. Man, this is way more than a minute of idle time. We have Instagram, who's got 2.5 minutes of idle time. Blaplay with almost 3 minutes of idle time on his TC, and PJ still has a bunch of idle time. I mean, it's currently idle. So yeah, and yeah, so I mean, Blapley, I guess, was successful in doing what he wanted to do, considering the fact that PJ is still in Dark Age and he's had to make a shitload of farms just to get up to feudal age. Right, and we have Instagram with the militia and the Dark Age militia at 13 minutes. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, he isn't walled completely, and man, I will be extremely surprised if he actually manages to, finish walling this up. On the other side, so Pala is also going for scouts. Unfortunately, he's got Morty scouts inside his base, so these scouts will need to be taken care of before Pala can send them out. And don't tell me. Ah, okay, so he does manage to quick all these villagers. Unfortunately, there's no lumber camp here, so these villagers will be idle. And Pala loses a scout here. Morty has been pretty successful. Uh, Again, with the least amount of idle TC time. I mean, the guy is, I think, 18, 1900 EZO, so it is to be expected. And meanwhile, we have Instagram going forward with 6 man-at-arms. Right. So, man, what a messy game. And anything happening on PJ's side? Nothing yet. And oh, okay, these are some interesting walls. In all of this, we missed the fact that Zeus has started pumping archers from two ranges. Yeah, yeah, there we go. He's got two ranges, and yeah, so that's basically constant production. And as long as he can take care of these man-at-arms or snow man-at-arms now, uh, I mean, it should be a quick game, at least on this side. The issue here is that Morty is basically being allowed to boom freely without any sort of pressure. He hasn't even walled himself completely, and yeah, so he's just getting wheelbarrow. I assume he'll be clicking up to Castle Age at some point. Let me just check his resources. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Morty is just about to click up. Maybe a second or two of idle time, and yeah, there we go. So Morty has already clicked up. Naya Saal Mubarak to Nitro and Babuji. Uh, what the hell? Ah, okay. So wait, Farah's uses archers. Okay, so Instagram is building a preemptive tower. And I don't like this tower position. I wish it was over here. So it would sort of push away any archers if they tried to get in the first place. Meanwhile, try and finish off your walls, which yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to do. And yeah, so Zeus is not able to mass up his archers actually. I mean, he's got 16 archers here, but they are all spread out. So we've got like five here who are doing nothing. We've got a couple here who have lost health. It would make sense at this point to basically just group up like 8 or 10 archers, finish off these snowman at arms, and I mean after that you can basically move on to Instagram. But I mean, like I said, the problem here is that Morty is about to hit Castle Age in 40 seconds, and once that happens, he's basically going to be able to just pump knights continuously. Uh, Wait, how many stables does he have? Okay, so two stable production should be likely from him. And the scout, I believe, is just scouting at this point because I don't see anything else going on. And meanwhile, on the other side, we have Blaple who has sent a bunch of archers forward. How many is that? Okay, so that's 11 archers with fletching, no armor. Going up against the Vietnamese, I feel like he should have, just got the armor upgrade as well. But Yeah, I mean, PJ is not able to mass up military. Unfortunately, he's got just four military, and two of them are archers. There's one skirm and one scout. So yeah, Blable should be able to push these skirmishers back pretty easily. Unfortunately, he seems to have entered in. Ah, okay, there is a hole here. So if he does notice that, which I believe he might, although I believe going inside would be a mistake because the buildings are forward. So if he does manage to go inside and PJ can mass up a bunch of skirms, those archers would die. So yeah, I mean he's doing the right thing here, being cautious rather than going in. Just stay outside, try and find lumber camps, and let me see if he has scouted. Ah, so he hasn't scouted this. He has, I assume, scouted this lumber camp. Unfortunately, it's inside, so there's no way he's getting there. And yeah, and meanwhile, yeah. So there we go. As I predicted, Morty is already starting his production of knights. These are +2 knights, and I mean, this once he manages to mass up these knights, this should be a pretty quick game. He's got 7 knights already. These are +2 knights. No attack upgrades yet, but yeah. And wait, I don't understand this. What is Pala doing? Because Pala is okay. So he's not in Castle Age yet. Neither is PJ. But yeah, so the pocket has not been able to do anything here. Basically, he does not even have military at this point. And Zeus is about to be hit by these +2 knights. Uh, I believe he's got fletching. Yeah, so he's got fletching at this point, Zeus. But I mean, against these knights, once these knights actually manage to get in, it will be devastating. Man, this has been an extremely messy game. And yeah. So Zeus has just clicked up to Castle Age, which means Zeus will take quite a bit of time to, get to crossbows. Unfortunately, even crossbows won't work at this point, I believe. And possibly some nice communication here. Zeus might have just warned his pocket that Morty's knights are on the way. Wait, this could be an overchop. Okay. I don't get this. Why is he moving those villagers? And these are knights, so there's no real danger from this. Uh, why would you add pikes, man? I mean, in a TG, it doesn't make sense to add pikes. You should just be relying on your pocket to bring the stuff that can kill buildings. I mean, the flanks usually just go archers, and maybe if the flanks want, they can add some siege. But beyond that, yeah, I mean, trash. What do you mean you need pikes? The pikes would just be countered by archers, right? So, and yeah, so PJ is basically just trying to make sure that these walls don't fall. Yeah, of course, Morty is booming untouched, and I mean, what can you do about it? Uh, Pala should have. Okay, so Pala is in Castle Age now. What sort of production does he have? So he's got 4 knights at this point. He is okay, so at least he's making something from both his stables. However, his resources don't look very good. He's at 40 villagers. And there we go. So Morty has been able to get in. But right as he gets in, we've got PJ who's got the crossbow upgrade. And these look like normal skirms to me. Okay, they are elite skirms. And I mean, some nice usage of the choke point over here. But then Morty has +2 knights, so these knights will easily be able to finish off those crossbows and the skirms. And yeah, I mean, after that, this is pretty much GG. And rightly so. PJ is basically flaring, his location, possibly asking for help from his pocket. And yeah, so we have Pala who is sent in his knights, Magyars, so they get the attack upgrades for free. And he's got the +1 armor upgrade at this point. Mm, and okay, so Zeus has managed to get inside Instagram's base. You know what would make sense at this point? To just send these crossbows to Morty rather than keeping them inside Instagram's base. I mean, I do believe they would have been aware that Instagram is the weakest player in their team. So rather than keeping these crossbows over here, wasting a bunch of time, just go forward. Try and at least harass Morty. So, maybe if nothing else, you can provoke some sort of a response and get some help from your pocket if that's possible. This is pretty inefficient, but I mean, he's got constant production from his tables. So, okay, interestingly, he's still on just two stables at this point. Looking at the military numbers, so we have Zeus with 33 crossbows. Where are they? Okay, so they are just trickling in at this point. Uh, but I mean, this is just a waste of time here. Yeah, good luck with that, man. Oh, so Zeus did not have ballistics. I actually thought he had ballistics, and that is why the knight died. Maybe I'm missing. Okay, so no, never mind. This is PJ who's getting ballistics. But I mean, yeah, this is just a waste of time. Okay, so there seems to have been a pause at some point in the game. And yeah, these guys just running into tower fire. What's happening on the other side? Okay, so Pala has come to the aid of his teammate. Unfortunately, now we have Blaple who's got 26 crossbows and 2 battering rams. And doing the smart thing here, going directly for the production buildings. Yeah. I mean, looks like it's looking pretty bad. Uh, Wait, where are Morty's knights? So Morty seems to have come to the aid of Instagram over here, and Instagram unfortunately ran his crossbows through TC fire. I really don't get this. I mean, these crossbows should not be here. They should be here. Harass the gold villagers, harass the wood villagers, whatever. Man, this area is so juicy. You could, if you could get in your crossbows over here, you could at least get like 4 or 5 will picks easily. Um, and yeah, as PJ was saying in the chat. Things seem to be going south, of course, but then I mean you are still I mean you've wait, let me just check how many villagers do you have. So you have 40 villagers at this point, and unfortunately just 5 military, all 5 of them being skirms. What is surprising here is that Instagram is at just 23 villagers, but Morty is at 104. The other pocket, who is Pala, is at just 67 villagers. And Pala still doesn't have the +2 armor upgrade. And okay, so Morty, I believe, is now going forward. Oh, so Zeus has actually even built a siege workshop over here, and he's got something inside. I assume it's a mangonel. Okay. Wait, don't tell me. Was this not spotted? Ah, it has been spotted. So I wonder why they are just hanging back. And we've got a bunch of monks. Ah, okay, so Blapley, I believe, is looking for some conversions over here. Uh, which is the only thing that makes sense. I mean, apart from healing, yeah. So there we go. These monks should get a couple of conversions. At least one? Yeah. So there's one conversion. And that knight should be healed now. But and we already have Morty who has clicked up to Imperial Age here. So surprising thing here is that Morty. Okay, so I believe there is about to be a forward castle somewhere. But yeah, so what's interesting here is that Morty has actually decided to, push up to Imperial Age because I believe this game could have ended in Castle Age itself. And so that's an outpost over there. Using Instagram's resources as well. I mean, why not, right? At this point. It's not like Instagram is using a lot. And Zeus, don't tell me, even Zeus is planning for a forward castle. Yeah, I mean this seems quite ambitious. Should be interesting to see if he actually managed to get it up. Because Morty has a bunch of knights. He's got 26 knights at this point. He's just about to hit Imperial Age, and I assume once he hits Imperial Age, I mean, look at his resources. He's got 1800 food, 1000 gold almost. So, yeah, we should have the cavalry upgrade coming in along with the blacksmith upgrades as well. Yeah, so there's the cavalry upgrade. I mean, this castle won't be doing much. Does Morty have a castle? Okay, so Morty does not have a castle at this point. Pala is producing knights. Unfortunately, what has happened here is that Pala has sort of been spread too thin here. He's had to save both his teammates, so there has been no forward aggression towards the side of Stacker or rather Morty. And what's surprising here is that Morty is just building his first castle at this point. I mean, you have to remember, right? He's playing as the Franks, so they get those cheaper castles. Wow, Zeus is being pretty ambitious here. You know what? Uh, you can completely kill off Instagram and it won't matter. And meanwhile, Blaplay has also clicked up to Imperial Age. On the other side, we have, I believe this is PJ who has also clicked up. But I mean, this is too little too late at this point, I believe. These Cavaliers, yeah. So once Morty does get his castle up, he should have queued up a couple of trebs. Okay, so he goes for conscription first, and he's massing up his Cavaliers. He's got his blacksmith upgrade coming in as well. And yeah, so once he's also getting a relic. What is going on this side? Okay, so PJ has managed to sort of resist the push from Blapley. Unfortunately, he's at just 64 villagers and no military. And if we take a look at his resources, he's not floating a lot. Unfortunately, he's not even making a lot of army. Uh, I mean, if you're trying to, sort of idle your military buildings or whatever to click up to him, this is too late at this point. Like, at this point, you might as well just try and, stay alive in Castle Age. Uh, put some forward pressure, and then maybe once you can get the push going, after that you can probably think about going to Imp. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's got the Paladin upgrade as well. He's got his Blacksmith upgrade. This castle won't go up, most definitely, and this castle might also go down now. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much GG at this point. Yeah, so we have the first trap coming out from Morty. Blapley gets to Imperial Age as well. And I mean, Blapley is sort of readying up for a big push here, but we haven't seen a lot of actual action from these guys. Like, it has mostly been a bunch of posturing where you send your military out towards your enemy, you hold back and you try and make sure that, they don't come towards you. But beyond that, I mean, forward aggression is something that we've not seen a lot of. And finally, I believe Morty will now send these paladins forward. Couple of trebs, paladins. He could even get bombard cannons if he wanted to. He's playing as the Franks who do have access to that. And yeah, okay. So I mean, on the other side, we have Zeus who has got to Imperial Age and he's got his obelisks. Unfortunately, it's just 9 of them. He's queuing up Shotels. I don't know why, because they don't make sense at this point. And I mean, now it's basically a slow march towards death for Holy Guns. Uh, I mean, at least for a couple of minutes or rather a couple of seconds, Morty's castle was denied. But I mean, it is going to go up for sure. There's no way Zeus should be able to push that back. And yeah, I mean, at this point, man, why not just take the TC? You don't actually have to do that. Zeus has left a nice convenient hole for your paladins to get in. And okay, so now we have a forward castle. Wait, uh, what is what are these walls here? I don't get it. Okay, so the castle does go up, and as we see that Pala has already resigned. They've called the GG, so that's a pretty fun game. Uh, Stackers X versus Hooligan. So let me just update the score here. And and as I say that, Blapley finally decided to go inside PJ's base. I mean, it was fun, right? The start was fun. It was interesting to see what Zeus decided to do here. I mean, the first mistake here was that he wasted too much time at Instagram's base. Instead, he should have gone to Morty's base. If I'm pretty sure if we actually look at the stats, which we will do in a minute or so, we will see that Morty did not lose a single building. And for that matter, I mean, I don't believe he was pressured at any point throughout the game. Pretty much pop capped as well. That's 192 over there. Instagram, I mean, barely managed to stay alive with 30 wills and just one military, but I mean that wasn't the game, right? The game was to try and finish off Morty before he could do what he actually managed to do here. And yeah, so let me just switch over to the stats over there. Right. So, yeah, I mean, look at the military numbers. We've got Morty, who has killed 294 and lost just 85. He's not lost a single building as I predicted. And he had the largest army of 67. Blabre, again on his flank rather, managed to mass up a shitload of crossbows. Unfortunately, those crossbows did not do a whole lot beyond just standing outside PJ's base. And if you look at Hooligan, so Zeus, Pala, or PJ, none of them actually got a positive KD here. All three of them lost more than they killed. And yeah, not a lot of military either. Instagram sort of managed to stay alive. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, which is pressure Zeus, or the other flank rather. And once it was, at a point where Zeus could not pressure Morty, I think it was over. So yeah, looking at the economy again, I mean, Morty is, I believe, the highest rated or the highest point player in the tournament. If you're looking at the 1v1 entries, so I mean, this was sort of expected. Blapley played pretty well as well. Although I do feel he was quite passive. He should have been able to push in, considering the fact that PJ did not have much military at any point during the game. And yeah, looking at the society numbers, so Zeus and Pala actually crossed 100 villagers. PJ got to 80, but no military, unfortunately. And yeah, so Blaple actually, with uh, 71 villagers compared to PJ's 80, got to Imp and masked up a massive military. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Morty raiding Pala, the fact that Pala could not push his scouts forward and he had to keep his scouts at his base to make sure that Morty did not do a lot of damage, that was sort of game changing. And more than that, I still believe, Zeus, if he had just pushed forward and pressured Morty, we might have had a slightly longer game. And yeah, I mean, look at the timelines here. So Instagram just barely managed to hang on. Same thing with PJ here, if I might say so. PJ, he had a bunch of military. Most of it was cones actually. So yeah. And
Hi, Cyanide. How's it going, man?
hey, no chance. Welcome, man.
Hello. What game are we casting,
Uh,
or are we done with the games?
so no. We'll be casting Stackers X versus Hooligans game 2.
Oh, all right. Let me get on that.
Okay.
Hi, guys. How's it going? Sorry that I'm late.
No worries,
I
man.
was, yes. I was actually in a very interesting 4v4 ranked game with
Uh,
our boys.
okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Nomad.
so you guys were actually planning sort of a show match as well, right? Oh,
At some point of time, maybe yes.
okay.
I mean, we are not sure yet. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe what we can do is once round two casting is over, we can maybe try and schedule in a show match, best of three, best of five, whatever works for you guys. I mean,
I am of the opinion that maybe we can do it after the tournament is over.
okay. After the entire tournament, fair
Mm.
enough, fair enough. So
Can I play?
no chance ने
What brand the thing? No chance ने
टीम
team
ने
name.
प्लेयर के गुंडे भेजे. So I mean, you are a part of Black Sails now, right? So
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not a team. I would say like it's more like a group of people who anyways used to play together.
right, exactly. But
I mean, I play with I mean everyone. Like
yeah,
I
no,
don't
but
really.
I mean, you carry the Black Sails team name, right? So
Yes, yes.
if
As
we
of
have a
now, yeah.
show match, I do believe he'll be. I mean, you'll be playing as part of Black Sails, I assume.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
1 second. This is Stackers.
Versus Hooligans game two. Should be on Hideout.
Stackers is Hooligans. Yep. 1 second.
Okay, so once you find the replay and you load the game, just pause it at 1 to whatever seconds, and we can just
Yes.
do a countdown from there.
Give me 2 minutes. I need to download this.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, meanwhile, if anybody in the chat has any ideas about an opponent for Black Sails, I think he's talking about GL Gamer Legion, Morty. Yes.
They won't.
Uh,
Obviously, they won't.
I mean, if we are just counting the number of players, then I believe Black Seals will end up winning. Considering the fact that it's a cult, so
No. I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? We can actually have two teams within Black Sails also. Like, I
exactly,
mean,
exactly.
it's just it's basically just a show, right? Like, I don't think it matters whether it's one team versus another team.
Right.
It's
Okay, so in the chat we have Morty for Stackers who is throwing down the gauntlet. Would you guys like to go up against them after the tournament is over?
who against Stackers?
Yeah. So Morty's in the
Yeah,
chat. I
yeah,
assume
yeah.
he would be playing with his actual teammates rather than Stacker's ex-teammates.
Right.
Actually, even that would be a pretty interesting game. Although you are playing for Land Clan, right? So there is a chance that we might see a matchup between your teams at some point.
Yeah.
Actually, it is
Yes,
in
yes.
the third round itself, I believe.
Yes.
Ah,
We play
okay.
against Morty. Yep.
Right. So good luck to both the teams for that.
Yeah, I mean, Morty is a very strong player. There is no
Yes,
doubt about
yes, exactly. I believe he's one
it.
of the strongest players in the tournament, 1v1 wise. So, yeah.
Yep.
Ah, okay. So he's challenging Stacker's X, or rather, he's challenging as Stacker's X. So,
Yeah, I mean, we do play against Srini Mama and I think Srini Mama, CSK Blue Wolf, and all these people in rank quite a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I
It,
mean, you
it's
guys
more of
are
a
roughly the same
player.
heroes, right? So it's pretty,
I mean, 1v1 wise, I would definitely say that Srini Mama, Morty, way better players.
Right,
Like,
right.
they're really good.
Right.
Yeah, 1 second. Where is this replay? I'm not. Are these the two?
Doomster, we have No Chance who is co-casting. I mean, this is shocking, the fact that Doomster can't recognize your voice.
Yeah.
What
That hurts, man.
what time is it there, Doomster, and how drunk are you?
Yes.
Right, so it's 2:30 a.m. And about the second question, so how drunk are you? The fact that you can't recognize your teammate's voice or one of your cult members' voice, if I may say so.
Yeah, I have to restart the game, right? Once.
Okay. Yes, I did notice, Doomster. You've crossed the 1600 threshold, which puts you in a
Yes.
very, very elite group of people. So yeah, I mean,
Plays really
congratulations to
well.
you.
I mean, especially on the flank, he's like a really solid player.
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
Nowadays, we are trying to understand the like how to play Nomad, right? So
okay,
we are all from D. Like we never played Age of Empires before, so
right.
it's been kind of difficult. But I think we are slowly getting a hold of it.
Mm-hmm.
If people in chat, like some people who don't play Nomad, I strongly recommend them. I think they're fun games.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
they're very
absolutely.
different from Arabia Arena, like
Yeah,
the usual game.
yeah. I mean, you can play off meta and still do a bunch of damage. So yeah. Wait. Who's the cult leader? Is it Doomster? I thought it was Gravity. Because I believe Gravity did have Black Sails as a part of his clan or something. Because I remember reading the Black Sails name somewhere else,
I think
and it was
he have
associated with
kept the name. Yes,
Gravity.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Doomster, I believe if we do have time, we will be casting your games. Agent versus Logisticas. If we don't have time, they'll be cast tomorrow.
Oh man, where are these games? My apologies for taking this long. Something is off about my game.
Uh,
Why don't you start? So you can start
okay, yeah, so
casting.
fair enough. What I'll do is I'll start. Once you have the replay loaded, we can just sort of catch up.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we are live in game two. And okay, yeah. So this time we have Blapley who is playing as the Burmese, and I assume he's playing as. Oh, okay. So Blapley is playing as the pocket this time, and we have Morty who is playing as the flank as Turks, and on the other side we have Instagram who is playing as the Japanese, and on the other side we have PJ who is playing as the Koreans. Pretty nice after the update. I love playing with Koreans these days. We have Pala playing as the Persians, and finally the other flank is Zeus playing as Vikings. So yeah, this should be pretty interesting. I mean, Koreans is like I said. I mean, I love the new Koreans with the free archer armor upgrades. They've become extremely tanky. The archers and yeah, I believe this was Hooligan's home map, right? We have Hideout, and for Stackers, for Stackers X, we had Oasis and Arena. So if it does go to a game three, we will see Oasis or Arena being played. Turks Fast Imp on Hideout, I mean, it is definitely possible, of course, and we have Morty playing as the Turk, so it is pretty likely that it will happen, but should be extremely interesting to see that on Hideout. So, I mean, this being Hideout, not a lot going on. Is Blapley going for any sort of funky forward villager stuff? I mean, he can't. He's the pocket. My mistake. So he's just playing as the Burmese. I assume he's going for the standard single or double castle Arambai push. Stream on Discord. I can do that actually. No chance. Would you be fine with that? Watching the stream on Discord itself and co-casting from there. It.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Ah, okay. You're almost there. Fair enough. Then, once the replay is loaded, just let me know so I'll pause my side of the
Yes.
game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm watching your stream anyways, right?
Yeah, but unfortunately the stream has some delay, so
Right. Right.
Discord I believe is better at that. Dude, Dranzo, then why don't you just join anyway? That's a mod, Nagaraj, by the way. I installed it. It's by this guy called KOHBV or something. And the mod is basically that the roof of the TC has been removed, which gives you better visibility under your TC. So if you have a sheep or whatever, it's heavy storm. Yeah, so I mean, for people at my level, the lack of a roof helps a lot. You can actually spot sheep or goats or whatever much better. Hmm. So yeah, I mean, this is hideout, so there's not a lot going on anyway in the first 10, 15 minutes of the game. Although we do have a couple of extremely aggressive feudal 8 civs, so we might see some action, say after about 7 to 8 minutes from now. Uh, Nobody's dying to a boar. That's nice. And we have Morty who is pinging the other side of the map. I wonder why. Because I believe a scout. Wait, where is Morty scout? Yeah, so Morty scout is here. I wonder why this was being pinged. Uh, Morty, I'm not getting to 1800 anyway. So, I mean, I don't care about what mods I need to get to 1800. I'm not getting to 1800. I've accepted that fact. This just sort of makes sure that I don't kill multiple sheep under my TC or whatever. Uh, yeah, I mean, I do have the small trees mod anyway. Pussywood is what it was called in HD, I believe, and D they've got the official developers making a mod, so it's just called small trees now, unfortunately. Drenza, by the way, I am not at 1200 anymore. I'll drop back into the 1100s, 1180, 1190, I believe. And we have Instagram who's going for a barracks at 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Although if it's this villager that has been queued to build the barracks, this will take a bunch of time to get up. Uh, I believe it was called Pussywood in HD. I have no idea about Woobsy because I did not play the game back then. I only started with TE, but I
Yes.
do remember seeing Pussywood there.
So Cyanide, I am in game now.
Okay, so can you just fast forward?
Yes.
Uh,
What time are you on? I think.
I am at 10 minutes 15 seconds. Once you get to 10 minutes, just let me know, so I'll just pause the game.
All right. All right.
Okay, and we have Zeus who's got to feudal age, and pretty much everybody else is about to get to feudal age in about a minute or 30 seconds or whatever anyway. Uh, Let me just check the the villager numbers here. Okay, so the interesting thing is Morty is going for a 24 pop Dark Age. Now, I am not actually aware of the fast imp, but what is the usual build order? Like,
Sometimes it's 29 plus 2 plus 2.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like it will be Janissaries
Or
rather than fast
maybe it's
imp.
27 plus 2 plus 2. I'm not.
Okay.
So I think this Doomster might know if he's in chat. He can like.
Yeah, I mean, so definitely Morty is not going for a fast imp from the Turks.
Yes, yes. He might just go directly castle drop
Yeah, yeah,
into
it's
January, right?
possibly
Yeah.
a castle drop with Janissaries.
Yeah.
We have Zeus who's patrolling his scout right outside Morty's base. And I
I
mean,
am
as
on the 10-minute mark. What time are you on?
I'm at 12 minutes now, so I'll
12
just
minutes.
pause the
I'll
game.
just come there.
Okay, so I'm at
Yeah.
12 minutes and 9 seconds,
All right. All right. I'll be there.
and I have paused the game.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. I am on 12 minutes and 9 seconds.
Okay, so we can go live in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Yep, yep.
So yeah, Zeus. I mean, I was just saying that Zeus was patrolling his scout outside Morty's base, and I mean, as I say that, Zeus has moved his scout. Mm, yeah,
Right, right.
so I believe
So
it's just some extra scouting at this point. Yeah, so he hasn't scouted Morty's base or rather the edge of his base, so he's doing that now.
right, right. Blah play is on. Let's see. So he's doing an FC. Is he doing FC into? Yeah. So I think Blah play is doing FC into single castle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So Blaple has two villagers on stone. He's already got 410 stone, and I mean he can just click up to Castle Age. By the time his blacksmith and his market up, he should have the gold required.
Right. 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 It's interesting. So Instagram has already gone for tower defense. I think. So Instagram is, yeah, I think he's already been told that you have to just hold on from that side and Morty will push from this one.
Yeah.
So he's going for tower defense.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, and he has Japanese towers. So if this goes long enough, he can do those Yasima like
yeah, yeah,
leading.
yeah. He can go for the Yasama Towers. What's interesting is that he has not even thought of walling his side of the map because
Yeah,
PJ has five archers, and wait, why is he
yes,
sending them back?
he doesn't have fletching yet, so it's fine.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Morty has just got up to Castle Age, and we have some action here on Morty's side. Zeus
I used to
sending
think that FC was basically a meta, right, on this map.
it.
I
It depends. I mean, you can go FC. The issue is if your opponent is going for any sort of aggressive strategy in Feudal Age itself, there is a chance that you can actually,
right, right.
end up with big damage. So even if you do get to Castle Age, you won't have the military to do anything with it.
I mean, yeah, but feudal military, it's very difficult for feudal military to break in anyways, right? You can keep walling. Plus, like, I
I
mean,
mean,
if we have Saracens,
exactly.
like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of the worries are like, but there is no Saracens. There is Koreans which can do tower rush, but if
yeah.
you preemptively know that there won't be one, then I think you can just go FC.
I mean, the other thing
Morty,
here is that Zeus is going up against Morty, right? So Morty, even if he's going for an FC, I don't believe Zeus can actually punish that. So
yes,
rather
yes,
than, going for feudal archers, he should have just gone straight for FC himself. And
yes,
what he has done now is he has delayed his own Castle Age time, and he's
right, right,
deciding to
right.
basically just go to the pocket, who also hits FC now.
Yes,
And we've got a Burmese stable, so are we about to see some elephants coming out?
nothing as of now.
Uh,
One thing which I have like a lot of people have pointed out to me, like including like QB, and I think once even Morty was sometimes if you cannot be like you can't be aggressive, you might as well just go one range.
right, right.
Yeah,
And by the way, we have PJ who's getting inside Instagram space.
yes, yeah. Yep, I can see that. But I think with the towers on the gold, the stone, maybe if he walls till the TC, he
Yeah,
should
yeah,
be
exactly.
fine.
I mean, if he just walls up to the TC on the other side,
Yeah,
those lumberjacks would be safe. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So the people who are in Castle, okay. So Hooligan is already 3 TC. He is booming. Plus these are Persian TCs, so they're going to work pretty
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
And Morty is going for castles, and let's see. What is going for Janissaries?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's already got a bunch of Janissaries out, and
And I think yeah. So Blapley might have made the stable. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe
exactly. As Dranzel's saying, it could be for Bloodlines.
yes. It's part of FC build, right? Like
Yeah,
you need
and
to
yeah, so we have the first castle coming up from Zapse as well.
yes. Yep.
And meanwhile, on the other side, Zeus has done the intelligent thing here. He's pulled in his archers. Because if he sends them out now, they are dead.
Right.
And man, so Morty is fixing his mangonel, and these knights won't be able to do anything.
Right. Yeah, I mean Morty is coming with Janissaries and mangoes, right? So
Wait,
yeah,
what? So Morty is saying in the chat that the stable was for one elephant in case he needed to kill archers. So he
uh,
spent 175 wood just building the
yeah.
stable. On top of that, he.
I mean, I choose to not believe that, but yeah, might be true.
Oh man, so Zeus manages to break inside Blapze's base and just runs his archers into castle
Into
fire.
the
Wait, what?
castle. Yes. Yeah,
Why are these archers going in now?
I guess there is a misplay here.
Yeah, most definitely. And yeah, now we have Morty who's coming inside. And I mean, Zeus, with the number of archers that he has, wait, these guys should have more damage, right? Sorry, more range. Actually not. Oh, my bad.
Once Zeus is up, uh,
Uh, yeah, so Zeus has just clicked up to Castle Age.
no. Zeus is in
Wait.
Castle.
Okay. My bad. Like I said earlier, the issue with the colors is extremely confusing
Right. And
with
there is a
Capture
forward
Age.
speech by Morty, which makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. So we can already see the forward. He's
Yeah.
already got two mangonels out, and we've seen that he likes to repair his mangonels as well. So I assume the villager will be staying here.
Yes.
Okay.
I think now a lot will depend on Zeus's micro, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are knights on the field, but Janissaries,
But I
so those
mean,
knights have no upgrade, right? They already
Morty's
have.
got three mangonels, so it doesn't make
I
sense to
think,
even bring these archers out.
yes, I think
They
it
are
would make.
crossbows now.
Yeah, so Zeus has gone for to second TC. I think he should have gone for maybe a siege workshop, like a defensive mangonel.
Yeah.
I think that would make a lot of sense. Like,
Uh,
I
but
mean, Janissaries anyways outrange mangonel. That is true, but still, I think as just for defense.
uh, okay, so Zeus is at least collecting a bunch of stone. He's got eight villagers on stone, so I assume it is for a castle at some point. And yeah, so now we have Blapley with his Arambai as well. I mean, Arambai countered by crossbows, but then Morty's got the siege to pack those up.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean those knights might be able to kill one, two mangonels maybe, but
No, this there is just. I mean, let's see if Zeus
oh,
can micro this. Oh, Zeus is able to micro
oh,
some.
Zeus actually manages to save most of his crossbows. Unfortunately, I mean he's completely outnumbered here,
Yeah.
and
All the Arambais are in. Yeah,
yeah,
I think I mean, the Persian player has gone for 3DC boom, but I think he should
yeah,
produce
which
something
yeah,
significant right from now.
he's not he's basically left his flank out to die here,
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean we are seeing the end of Zeus over here. He's lost quite a few of his crossbows. He's got just 12 of them now.
I mean, he has stone. Does he have stone? He
Who?
has stone, or he has stone to make a castle fast.
Yeah, he can
Zeus.
sort of. I mean, he's got 640 stone, so if he just force drops, yeah, he does have 720 stone now.
I think he
Unfortunately,
needs to delete a few farms and make a castle in there. Like,
I don't believe that castles would ever go up now. I mean,
it
once
should.
these Arambai are here, I mean, they are here, right? So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it for the lumberjacks. And these,
There is no aggression on this side by Hooligan. I think Hooligan should know that if there is a 2v1 going on here, he can
you're
push
talking about
Blapple.
Pala because Hooligans is the team name.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I'm talking about PJ. Yep.
Uh,
I think PJ should start pushing on this side.
yeah, I mean, PJ should start pushing on this side because all Instagram has done is build a bunch of skirms, right?
Yes, exactly.
And
And those are feudalist comms. They're not
yeah, and PJ is
related.
basically just patrolling in his crossbows. Maybe if he goes forward, but like I said, since Instagram has not been doing any sort of forward aggression rather, all these players, or rather the entire team, should be on PJ's side. Oh, sorry, Zeus's side. So even if this castle does go up, I mean, at what cost, right? Like you've idled your eco for a shitload of time. These Arambai can now just, move on to the next player.
Yeah, I think a really good play would be for PJ to just go to the pocket now. Like take the archers, drop a castle on his face, like
Yeah,
Blaple's face. Just ignore Instagram because he's anyway still in feudal, right? So,
yeah. Wait, Instagram is not in feudal. He's
no,
also in
he's in
castle.
feudal. He just reached castle. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because this castle is going to go down, right? He already has like 5 rams, 5 battering rams can easily take down a castle.
Wait, why is Morty saying knights is a mistake? Just boom. For Pala, I mean, booming does not make any sense at this point because by the time he actually manages to get any sort of an army out, he's got just four knights. Zeus is
I mean,
completely dead, right? And PJ is not doing much of anything at this point. I mean,
anyways, even if the Persian player booms, what is he going to make? That will counter Janissaries and Arbai. Knights, Paladins, they will not be able to
right.
help against Janissaries much, right? So,
Yeah, and the Viking
I
castle goes
mean,
down. I
it,
assume the TC will follow at some point now.
yep, yep. I mean, there are too many Arambais here anyways,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. I mean, the Arambais plus the Mangonel plus we have. Okay, so I guess they've just decided to go on to the pocket. Is that it? Okay, so the
Yeah,
Arambai are staying behind to finish off this base, but Morty's entire army is now going to the pocket.
yes, yes.
Yeah, and
And there is very little aggression on this side from the Korean players.
yeah, so
So,
Pala is now trying to stonewall whatever's left of their base. Unfortunately, the stone walls won't go up either. And
yeah,
there's a
and
mass.
even if they, I mean, there is siege here, right? There are rams,
Right, right,
Janitors,
exactly.
and Arambai.
You,
It's
you
not
won't be
going to
able to
work
do
for
anything
them.
with this anyway.
Yeah, yep.
And
This looks pretty GG, I
let
guess.
me just check the resources. Okay, so Blaple can actually get to Imperial Age in about 30 to 40 seconds. Morty has decided to just go all in Castle Age.
Yeah, yeah,
But I mean, apart from that, it's pretty much close to the end anyway because Zeus has just 36 villagers now,
yeah.
and they are going down as well to this single mango from Morty. And wait, PJ is walling up his side of his base as well. And
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? He is the one who should aggress, not.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, not only that, he's trying to send his crossbows forward, and they
I
are
think
not
PG
able to get
needed
in.
to be way more aggressive here. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
uh,
they played way too passively here, unfortunately.
yep,
Hooligans. Uh, the aim should be to try and throw off these players so that they don't manage to boom the way they have.
yeah, I mean, they have not boomed, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Hackers has not boomed at all. They are just doing one TC.
Exactly.
The guy is only on one TC. Blapley is on one TC. And he's clicked imp as well. Yeah. I mean, Burmese guy, it's not that important for him to go imp, I guess. Like,
Exactly.
Aramba is, I mean, they already have 17 attack. What more do you need anyway?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, they don't even get the extra armor, right?
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
So, yeah, I
But
mean,
Morty going to imp will be pretty helpful, I guess.
yeah.
I mean, he already has siege, but I mean, he might get those
Yeah,
bombard
yeah, you
cannons.
can just get the bombard cannons out, right? Finish off this game quickly.
Yes. I mean, this is pretty over anyways, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there is no army. PJ has no army. Zeus, sorry, PJ has army. Pala and Zeus have like 4 and 12.
Yeah, yeah. Pala
Blapley has,
has not made any military, I believe, throughout this game. For most of the game, he
Blapley
was
has,
at 4 knights.
yeah. Blapley has 50, 59 Arambais, man. That is like if you stream the stream of
Yeah.
yellow colours. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just see the trickling of those Zarambai, right? How many? Okay, so he's got two castles, and man, at this point, I would just drop a forward castle, buy some stone, drop a forward castle, and get three Arambai production up.
CSK Blue Wolf says that Aramba is so broken unless. Yep. You're right. I mean, Arambais can be easily countered using Scorpions, I guess.
Yeah,
Scorpions are good, Onagers are good.
I mean the thing
Archers,
is, it is a predictable strat, right? So the fact that the game starts and you know what your opponent is going to do, that itself, you know, is information that can actually be used. Right.
yes, yes,
So even if Blapley is playing as the pocket, we did not see any sort of damage being done to him.
right.
And Zeus's TC on PJ's side is also going to go down. Zeus is at 31 villagers at this point.
Yeah, I mean, man, Zeus is like he's getting spotted everywhere.
So Zeus was driven out of his own base. He went to PJ's side. Unfortunately, his TC over there has been deleted as well, basically. So
Now PJ will also be, yeah, PJ is on.
yeah, so PJ's TC
Yeah,
will also go down. And yeah, so PJ now decides to bring his army back.
yeah, I
Unfortunately, it's
mean,
too
till then
late.
I think his PCs will be gone, right?
Yeah, I mean, see, the thing
Well,
here is that for all the military production that PJ did, he actually
military
never
production.
managed to even, do any sort of real damage inside Instagram's base.
Yep. I mean, Instagram must, yeah, they've called GG.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they just called the GG at this point.
I think we are supposed to play Morty, Blapley, and Instagram, right?
Right.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I think it should be a fun game.
Yeah, I mean it's nice that you've sort of seen the replay, which I mean you can still see it even if you're not casting the game, but you can just sort of figure out some sort of strategy that you can use against these guys. Yeah, Harry, this is Capture Age. It's not the officially released Capture Age. This is the one that was the paid version released for certain casters. So we had access to that, and we decided to use that because it uses the DE graphics rather than whatever is, being shown with the actual public release of Capture Age. How much is it? Unfortunately, I'm not able to reveal the numbers. I'm not actually even sure if that version is available now. Like, if you want to get in on the action, I don't believe it's available. Although, what I can do is I can check and I can let you know. I can, if you can, just hit me up on Discord. My nickname is Cyanide, so just DM me and I'll give you the reference for those guys, so you can just contact them directly and try and work something out if it's possible. So yeah, anyway, looking at the stats here, Blapley with 60 RMB I mean, by the end of the game. I assume this was 60 RMB. Might have been
Yeah, yeah,
57,
yeah.
58 or whatever, but yeah, apart
I
from
mean,
that,
even if his early scout was alive, I guess 59, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. And Instagram made some military. Apart from that, again, if you see here, Pala was, I mean,
Yeah.
this is a pretty bad KD for being the pocket. Knights, like Morty said, Knights could have worked. Unfortunately, he decided to boom with 3 TCs, so his Knight production was nowhere. And maybe if
Yeah, I
he
mean
masked up a bunch
he
of
could
Knights,
do two TC three stable or something. See, he only has to be the meat shield for the archers, right?
right,
Just
exactly.
I mean, archers are pretty good against Arambai. Archers are pretty good against these people,
Janissaries.
Janissaries. So
Right,
he
right,
might as well, yeah, just he has to just be the meat shield in between them, right?
right, right. And eco-wise, I mean,
I mean, the
Pala,
archer players have to dominate this one for hooligans if they have to win this because, like, uh, they have Koreans, right? Like
right,
Koreans are also pretty damn good. So
right, right, right. And I mean, here's the thing. They knew what Zaple was going to do when the game started. If you see a Burmese player on the opposing side, you have to assume that he's going for Arambai. With Morty, it was either Fast Imp or it was Castle Age and Janissaries. And looking at the feudal uptimes, they should have been able to figure out that he's not going for Fast Imp. So they
right,
should
right.
have expected a Castle and Janissaries at that point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think a really good play in all this thing would first be like do FC. Once you see Castle drop by Morty, you just drop three ranges
Yeah,
because yeah, just drop like three or even four ranges. Because he has Viking eco, right? Like
exactly, exactly,
even if he has like 40 wills, they are anyways like still going to work pretty well.
exactly, yeah.
So I think it would make sense for someone to play like four ranges all in archers
Hmm.
and knights for protection. Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Because
and
behind that you can boom pretty well. Like these people won't be able to boom that well, right?
eh,
Morty and Black.
right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, they were going for aggression. However, their bases were safe. So if you're talking about just, actual booming, I believe it would have been possible for them. The issue here is, as you can see, Pala actually got 216 villagers. But the issue was that he never actually produced military in any large number.
Yep, yep.
So, I mean, once these guys actually finished up the flank, uh,
Mhm.
Zeus, Pala
Yes.
never had any military to defend himself.
Right, right. Also, one more thing that like I would suggest when playing hideout, if you want to do feudal aggression, something like man at arms into tower, like something very early when your opponent is doing FC and he's in dark age, you can make tower, he cannot make a tower. Doing something like man at arms into tower, or if you have Saracens, then going for archers makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
Or else, I mean, the guy will go to castle, right? And if he goes to castle and brings like two knights, 2 + 2 knights, even if you have, I don't know, 20, 30, let's see, if you have like 30 archers, they are still going to hit a +2 knight, right?
Right, right, right.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't make sense, right?
Right,
So
right,
you
exactly.
might as well just do FC. Like, I mean, I understand that people want to do early aggression, but it's very difficult when the opponent is already walled.
Hmm, exactly. So, yeah, we have the winners bracket. What I'll do is I'll just update it for the second game as well. Team name versus Lanclan. So, I mean, since the scores are not being counted in any way, we can just sort of give it a 1-0. The scores for these games will not be used for the seeding anyway, so we can do that. And let me just update that. Okay, this should have Stackers versus Langland. I don't know why this is not being updated yet. Yeah, there we go. So now we have Stackers X versus Langland in round 3, which should be casted. We've actually extended the timings for, the scheduling or whatever. So yeah, round 3 should actually be finished by, I think it's the 10th of Jan, right?
Right, right,
Okay, yeah. So I guess we can go on to the next game, which should be Three Man Saw versus Supremacy.
right.
And let me just find the replay for those games. Yeah, so we have. Do you have those games?
Yeah. Let me just check once. I think I do.
Thanks, Praveen, man. We we
Three man
hope.
saw versus supremacy, right?
Yeah. So I mean, we hope we get more followers. And thank you for your
We
wishes.
have a lot of viewers today, right? 16, 17 viewers, I see.
Is it?
Yep, yep.
Thanks for the follow, man. Dead Cops and Jalidas as well, I believe. So he followed us 41 minutes ago. Unfortunately, I forgot to mention him then.
Right. I am in game.
Yeah, I mean it is slightly less than usual. We usually have around 25 to 30. But anyway, I guess it could just be, people like you who are nursing a hangover. I'm talking to Dranza, so it's possible that, they might show up maybe later on or tomorrow. And let me just update this now. So, Three Man Saw versus Supremacy best of 3. Yeah, so I have paused at one second. What about you?
Yeah, I'm I think on the 20-second mark.
Okay, so can you just pause?
Yeah, I've paused. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just fast forward to 20 seconds. Yeah, I'm at 21 seconds, so I guess we can just go live from here.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll go live in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Right.
Okay, so
Mm.
we have Drancer who's playing as the Magyars, and who
This
is
is the three man saw, right? Yeah.
yeah, this is Three Man Saw, and we have Latkor Gamer who is playing, I assume, as the flank since he is playing as the Koreans.
Yep, yep.
And finally, the other flank is Four, who's playing as the Chinese. The roof is gone because I've installed a mod which allows me to see better under the TC. So, yeah.
Yes.
And you know what's interesting here is Four is so far away from his teammates. He's actually closest to his opponent flank.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the other side, we have Goko, who's playing as the Vietnamese.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Goko is also a part of Black Sails. Okay. And
Goku is
their pocket is Dr. Questionable,
Dr.
who's playing as
Questionable.
the Franks, and finally the other flank is Lord Bolton, who's playing
Lord
as the
Bolton.
Ethiopians. Yes.
Yes.
Let me just switch the stats screen to IDTC. So yeah, I mean Four is one of the strongest players again in the tournament. I believe he's 17, 1800 ESO
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
So
Power is
he's
like one of the top players even in India, right? His 1v1 rating has
right,
been
exactly.
getting better and better every day.
Yeah, and the guy is basically a fetus. I think he's like 5 years old or something.
No, no. I think he's 17 or
Yeah,
16, something like that.
he's 15 or 16, I believe. I played a
Yeah,
tournament with him where I was one of his teammates, and I think he was preparing for his 10th standard board exams or something.
right, right, right. Yes, and
Uh,
he has chosen Chinese,
yeah,
and I think it's the right thing to do. Like Chinese is an amazing sip, but the start is tricky because you have more bills.
right,
You need to force drop a lot, and clearly a person with a really good APM can do all these things. So I
right,
think it
right,
makes a lot
exactly.
of sense. Yeah.
So we are using the preview version of Capture Age, guys. This is not the one that has been publicly released because I don't like the graphics that are being shown. Yeah, exactly. The new one, the Capture Age that is available publicly, I don't like the graphics. I feel like they are AOE to DE graphics, so I did not bother with that.
Yeah, I can see Goku. Goku is already walling. He only has 3 on wood, which is interesting. I guess Vietnamese has some bonus, right?
Uh,
Yeah, economic upgrades
yeah,
of
yeah,
wood.
yeah.
So yeah, I think keeping 3 on wood. I mean, still, will he be able to drop 2 ranges right away? I'm not sure. Let's see how
Uh,
this plays.
I think it could be a thing where, he tries to get to feudal age as soon as possible, and
Yes,
as
and then
he's
spend a lot.
clicked up, he can, just transfer a bunch of villagers to
Yeah, yeah,
wood
yeah.
at that point.
That, that makes sense. Yes. I can see Lutkor Gamer also walling up.
Yeah, so Latcore Gamer is, I believe, the weaker player on their team. Dranzer is
Mm-hmm.
11, 1200 ELO, and
Yes,
he's a, or he was a part of Master Plan.
yes,
And
yes.
I mean, I've played,
I play with Dranzer a lot,
yeah,
right?
yeah, same here.
Yes,
I've played
yes,
a lot against him. I've played a lot with him, and he's sort of the player who goes for the weird strat, right? I mean,
yes.
he's,
Yes. I mean, the best thing about him is that even if Dranzer is in your team, he might play against you, right?
yeah,
So that I mean, once Dranzer was my flank, and we were playing like I think 4v4 ranked or something like that,
hmm,
and like we played like 2-3 games consecutive, and I kept telling him you should wall, you should wall. Eventually, like because he obviously he did not listen to me,
of course he does not.
I am like okay, maybe I should send a will forward to wall him up. Yeah, Dranzer is pretty OP. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Overall, I think as for Civ choices, I really like Goku, Bolton, and Dr.
Doctor
Questionable's
Questionable, yeah.
civs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Their civs I think are really good. Magius is good for their early bonus of like that +1 attack, but yeah, eventually like post temp, I would definitely say that the 3 people on the right are like their civs are really good.
Hmm.
Chinese is awesome civ. Magyar is also pretty good,
Right.
and Koreans is also good, but I would definitely
Yeah, yeah.
prefer the other team supremacy.
Yeah. Dead Cops, the mod I believe is KHOBV or something. You can just search for Dark Age Town Center, or what you can do is you can just browse the mods, sort by the latest, and it should be pretty much right at the top or in the first 30 or 40 entries. Okay, and we have that core gamer who is, wait. Ah, okay, so these villagers are going to gold. I thought he might
Uh,
be going forward for some towers or
Lord
something.
Bolton is doing a drush,
Yeah, so Bolton is
which is really good to see.
sending
And I
three
think
militia.
like Lutkor Gamer, I'm not sure whether he already saw it or not, but
Oh
he is
man.
already small walled. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So some nice quick walls from that core gamer.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And
very good. Dranzer went for 20 pop.
wait, what are these walls from Lord Bolton? I
Yeah.
mean, the front is completely open. He's trying to wall off on this side. Okay, some action here. Okay, it's just some
Maybe
scouts
more
fighting.
compact walls would be good, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
Lutkor,
I can
yeah.
sort of understand what he's trying to do. He wants safe access to stone as well, which is why those walls from Lord Bolton have come up. But I mean, at this point, maybe you can just wall up to the stone and
And Ethiopians have no reason to like. There is no early need for stone, right? Like
exactly, exactly,
they
exactly.
are not their unique unit is not something
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
are anyways dependent on right now. Also, Lutkor gamer he has quick walled, but as you can see, like he has 4 wills idle, right?
Yeah.
They've been idle for a while now.
Not only are those villagers idle, that I mean, at this point at least, that the lumber camper is extremely inefficient. Although, yeah,
Yes.
he seems to have sorted that out now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, he's making a barracks now. So I would say that even if the rest did not kill wills, it
yeah,
definitely threw Lutkor Gamer like off his game.
definitely, yes.
Yes, yes.
I mean, at these levels, that core gamer around 1,000, 1,100 euro, whatever. An early drush can be very effective.
Right, right.
Fur, meanwhile,
Mm,
is already up with his 2 ranges. He's building up the blacksmith. Let me just check if he has the resources to get fletching immediately. Not yet. Okay.
I mean, it's been pretty passive on the other side till
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like Fur and Goku, they're all like, yeah,
So, Dr. Questionable has made a couple of scouts,
yes, yes.
but I mean, if
He's
their plan
sending them
was
towards
to.
Fur.
Sorry?
He's sending them towards Fur, which makes sense. Fur is still not full walled, but he has the spear.
Yeah, so those those scouts won't be able to do anything. And okay, so he's just pulling them back now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, so he has scouts, but he's not making good use of it till now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Lord
Dr.
Bolton's.
Question is also going for weird walls. I think, yeah, he's like walling till the end of the map. I don't know why.
Uh, Wait, how many scouts did the Drush kill? Tranzo seems to be saying that we missed that. And okay, so Lord Bolton sent a Drush forward. He's
Yes,
nowhere
he has
close to
killed 2.
Castle Age. Yeah, yeah, he has killed 2. He's not close to Castle Age, and he's
No, no, no. So Lord Bolton has done a drush into archers, like not drush FC.
yeah, yeah. So more than that, I believe it is going to be a Drush into crossbows. So
Yeah, yeah, but he won't be able to click up like right away.
yeah, yeah, he won't be able to. He's got 600 and whatever 70, 80 food and almost 200 gold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he could just idle TC now.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, we have four moving out with 9. Okay, so
Yes.
there are 8 archers and 1 skirmisher.
Yeah, but Goku doesn't have fletching, does he? Oh, he has it now.
Goku has
Right.
fletching and some split micro here from 4.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, because of extra HP on Vietnamese, even if they don't have armor, they still do
Yeah,
good against archers with armor
right,
sometimes.
exactly. And Dr. Questionable scouts will end up running into a spear over here.
Yeah, they've taken 1 hit.
Yeah, and 4 is
Yeah,
pretty much completely walled. Nice of him to spot
it's-
that
yeah, but I mean,
small
these
overchop.
scouts are coming in on like 15-minute mark, which is
Exactly,
pretty
yeah, yeah,
late.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Where are Dranzer scouts? I'm sure Dranzer scouts are somewhere.
yeah, Dranza, you can just see the KD here. So a pretty passive game, and Lord Bolton
Oh,
has
Dranzer has gone inside Lord Bolton.
okay.
Oh, there's a overchop. Interesting. Yep, yep.
Uh,
There was a overchop on bottom.
okay, so it has been walled now. Right, right. Man,
Yeah,
Dranza with those 3 scouts can be a complete pest.
yes.
And the
And
thing
these
is,
are Magyar scouts.
yeah. So I don't understand why he's not just killing off the spear. Uh, and I mean, as I say that, he loses a scout.
Uh,
And Lord Bolton is completely walled now, so these extra scouts won't be able to get in.
I mean,
But
I think Lord Bolton should just make like 2 more spears and just do whatever he's doing and send spears
yeah,
towards
yeah,
scouts. A lot of scouts by Dranzer, by the way. 7 scouts, I think. Yeah, that's a lot of scouts.
yeah. And Fur got some hits on Dr. Questionable's scouts, but I believe he should now be moving towards Goku. Yeah.
And Goku also lost his army to Fur.
Yeah,
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 Fur,
yeah.
Fur I think is playing it pretty well. Like he added 2-3 skirms in the middle. So now if Goku hits those skirms,
Yeah.
obviously they won't die that easily.
Yeah, and the thing is, Fur has got the
And
armor upgrade on his
yes, yes.
archers.
And skirms with armor upgrade are very difficult to kill.
Exactly.
Like archers, they tank a
And
lot of
okay,
extra
that
damage.
core gamer also has a few archers. That's 8 of them, I believe. 13 actually. So yeah.
Lord Bolton has lost a lot of wills. He's on 27 wills right now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as I said earlier, right? Those scouts can be extremely deadly. So Bolton does have pikes now. Playing as the Ethiopian, so they get the free upgrade from spears to pikes anyway. But man,
Right.
these scouts have done a shitload of damage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he is on 26 wills, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, and Goku had to make a preemptive tower.
yes. Yeah.
Uh,
And I think it's very smart because it does protect the gold in case
yes, yes,
fur
yes,
comes inside.
yes.
But Goku's wood line is really vulnerable. The forward wood line,
Wait.
like maybe in the castle age,
In
it will
fact, both
be
of
ranged
them,
very
both
easily.
both the wood giants are extremely vulnerable. So
Yes, yes.
even if Goku is managing to push these archers away from fur, long term, yeah, he needs to find a better wood giant.
Yeah, I
Possibly
mean,
just
either you drop a TC on the other side of the wood line because he has
exactly,
two golds there, right?
exactly,
I think to
exactly.
solidify, yeah, maybe a castle or something is needed
Yeah, yeah,
eventually.
yeah. And
Mm.
Dr. Questionable hits Castle Age. We have who is this? Okay, so Tranza is also about to hit Castle Age, and
Yes.
so is Fur. Idle time for Zatcore Gamer, he's got quite a lot of idle eco time. I think he might have just forgotten a villager or two somewhere and not done anything with them.
Ranzer also has a few idle wills, and those wills I think have been idle for a while because they are on berries.
Yeah.
The forgers, yeah, there are three idle wills there. Pretty
Tranzo's
good.
still not actually done with his walls. And
Yeah, I don't
and
know what he's walling, man. Yeah,
wait, I'm not saying I actually expect Dranzer to finish walling up. Okay,
yeah,
so
maybe by the end of the game.
no, by the end of the game, whatever walls will have come up will be completely pointless because of overchopping anyway.
Yes, yes.
So,
But Doctor Questionable has gone for two stables, two TCs, right? And no gates. So all his knights are inside his base.
wait, what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like two of his
Oh
knights are still inside
man,
his base.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Even Lord Bolton, he has gone for a second range, and
Uh,
can he afford ballistics? He has a. I don't think he can afford ballistics. He has made a university though.
so Fur has actually got this nice big ball of 22 crossbows. He's about to enter. I believe he knows about the tower.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does know. But
yeah, he has seen the tower.
yeah, yeah. So you know what? He can just go to the edge of that wall that he's going
Yeah, yeah.
around, and if he gets that palisade down, he can just enter inside from there.
Right. No, no, but now that Goku is up, and Goku has a few scouts as well in his army.
No, no, but Fur is
Uh,
sending some archers from the other side as well to Goku's wood
yes,
line,
yes.
which I believe Goku might
This is-
miss.
Yeah, yeah, he missed that. That was a really smart play. For
Okay,
expected Goku to move his wood line and then like basically because he knows both the wood lines, he just sent some
yeah,
scouts.
yeah.
That's pretty good.
Uh, and meanwhile, on the other side, we have Dr. Questionable with his knights just patrolling outside that core gamer's base.
Let's
Um,
see if Fur gets caught. No, no, no. It's just passing between Goku and Fur.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean he should have, I think, probably caught.
So,
Yeah,
at this point, Goku has 23 crossbows compared to Fur's 36.
yeah.
And yeah, so 4 is now just going directly to the pocket, which makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense. So, I mean, once these crossbows
Pocket has
actually hit,
plus
sorry?
yeah, pocket has plus two knights. Like even like I think five plus two knights are enough to kill these 19 crossbows.
Yeah, yeah,
But like yeah, I mean if they are not in choke point, if they are in choke
yeah.
point,
Yeah.
then yeah, it's tough. Does Fur have ballistics? Nope, he doesn't. He has gone for three ranges and two TCs.
He's building the university now, so I assume he's going
Yes,
for ballistics
yeah, yeah. And
as
he
soon
has
as
gone
it's
for
up.
the third TC and yeah, to secure his main stone, which is pretty good.
Ah, okay. So, by the way, 4 seems to have missed his two sheep over here.
Yeah, yeah, at the back, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And 4 is going for three TCs now, yeah. So that's his third TC already up.
Goku still doesn't have a defense upgrade, right? Whereas Fur has both.
Yeah, so I mean, Goku is just relying on the extra HP of the Vietnamese archers. The problem here is that once it's a numbers game, then the extra HP won't help beyond a certain point anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Dr. Questionable has, by the way, caught a big army from. Lutkor Gamer
Yes,
on
yes, yes.
this.
So
Yep.
these would actually go down unless Dranzer manages to, push these knights away, which I believe he might.
He might, yeah, yeah. He has a very big number.
Yeah, yeah. So Dranzer has 18 knights at this point compared to 17 from Dr. Questionable. And if you look at the upgrades, Dranzer's got fully upgraded knights compared to just plus 2 armor for Dr. Questionable.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dranzer loses pretty much his entire ball of knights that he had sent forward. But now what this means is that Lord Bolton's crossbows won't be able to do a lot of damage. I mean, a lot
I
of them
mean,
have died.
yeah, yeah.
And that core gamer has the Botkin upgrade anyway. Uh, Bolton does not have any armor upgrade on his crossbows.
Yeah, yeah. Lutkor Gamer has, yeah. I think all Dr. Questionable had to do was dance in front of Ethiopian archers, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ethiopian archers can shred like cavalry pretty fast because of their fire attacking skill.
Exactly,
Oh,
exactly.
Lord Bolton is going for a forward siege workshop. Without map control, this is not good. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
not out well.
so Lord Bolton and we have Dr. Questionable also going forward.
Yep,
Uh,
yep, it will, yeah, I don't know, yeah.
Could it be for a forward castle? I mean, he is playing as the Franks, right? Okay, so he does not have stone. And unfortunately, these villagers are going to die to Transor's knights.
Lutkor Gamer, did he idle his TC? He has like 8 farms and still 800 food. I guess he might have idled some of, yeah. Yep, it is
Uh,
30
by the way, Fur has managed to get inside
yes, the
Dr.
pocket.
Questionable's base, yes.
He
And
has
I mean,
a
he can
lot of,
just camp these crossbows between the two TCs and deny all gold income.
yep, yep.
Okay, but instead he just decides to engage with the knights that are there.
I mean, Doctor Questionable Knights, yeah, I mean, he should, yeah, he's sending knights one by one, which is never a good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
I mean, he has just 5 knights at this point, so there's not a lot
Yeah,
he
no,
can
no,
do.
I mean, even those 5 knights, if they came together, they would be
Yeah,
able.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Fur is also losing quite a few crossbows to TC fire.
Yeah, but at that point of time, like the damage is anyways done, right?
Yeah,
All his
yeah, yeah.
equals with item. So.
Yeah. Meanwhile, okay, so between Latcore Gamer and Lord Bolton, does Lord Bolton still have no armor upgrades? Yeah. So those
Yeah,
archers are going to go down. And meanwhile, we have Goku is clicked up to Imp, by the way.
yes, he has. And Lord Bolton has a siege workshop somewhere, but not.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sort of in the middle.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's obviously spotted by now. So,
Yep.
okay, so that core gamer just goes inside Lord Bolton's base. Might lose maybe a crossbow or
And
two
he
to
takes a
TC5.
TC fire and I think comes back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in will count as well. Fur and Ranzi Boy are quite ahead. They are 86 and 80 wills respectively. But
Yeah, I mean, Supremacy has basically. Wait, what?
yes,
I
I
think
think
Lord Bolton. Wait, what happened? Lord
they
Bolton. Did they
called
just
G.
call it?
Yeah, yeah, I think they called it. So now it's just Goku left, I guess. Let us fast forward. Maybe Goku is just waiting to hit him and then he'll resign.
Possibly. I mean, it's still quite a while. It's about a minute to go before he hits him.
Let's see. I've just fast forwarded the entire thing.
Uh, no,
Yep,
no.
he
My
hits him
my
and
doubt.
he calls GG.
Okay, so my doubt was that I think Lord Bolton initially disconnected, and after that, yeah. So as Fur is also saying, no GG was called.
I think so. You're right. Yeah, I mean, they were anyways far behind, right? Both in eco as well as in RB numbers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And for the viewers, Ranzer has his amazing walls. Is is Happy Boar in the is Happy Boar there?
Uh,
Yeah,
Dranza still, Dranza still walling up his base,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Is Happy in the chat somewhere? Happy should
Um,
definitely see these walls, man. Like I'm falling off. Man.
yes, Dranza, you are walling parts of the
Yes.
map.
Nagaraj has also said so Dranzer is making his kind of walls. Yep,
Yeah,
that is so true. Yep.
man. I mean, why even waste wood at that point, man? Just don't even bother walling.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just wait.
I
What I'll
think
do is I'll update the score. Yeah, so that's 1-0 for three men. So, and we can take a look at the stats now.
I was expecting some early aggression from Fur, actually, maybe Dresh or Man at Arms, but I think
Yeah,
since he's Chinese,
For actually
it
quite
makes,
played quite passively. I was
yeah,
expecting him
yeah, yeah.
to, try and
I
finish
think
off Goku very early.
right. Yeah, I mean, he did not really engage with like he engaged with Goku's military, but he never engaged with his eco much.
Right, right.
But I think for Pocket, yeah, it was a different story, right? He went to Pocket and really harassed him with few of his archers.
Yeah. Yeah, Babuji, I'll just show the total idle time after we go through the stats.
Oh, there is a statistic called total idle time.
Uh, for capture age, yeah, there is.
Oh, nice. Like it shows how long your TC was idle.
Yeah. So how long your TC was idle and how long your villagers were idle collectively.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean military numbers wise, we have I think on three-man Saw's side, everybody got a positive KD. And looking at supremacy, Dr. Questionable with a pretty shocking KD actually. He lost three times the number of military that he, or rather the units that he killed. And yeah. Eco-wise again, yeah. So three-man Saw winning the stars for all the stats over there. Technology, Goku, the only player who actually got to imp.
Yes.
And okay. So Fur actually crossed 100 villagers. We missed that.
Yeah, it's into
Yeah,
one
yeah.
over eight. Even Ranzer is pretty close, right? He's on 94 villas.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's the pocket, right? So you sort of expect the pocket to get slightly more villagers by the end of the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Babuji is saying that Zatcore gamer is like him. He just produces a shitload of military. So, I mean, it's pretty similar actually. He's got 42 military to 60 villagers.
I mean, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense to like sometimes people have this balance of military versus eco, but then yeah, I mean you make a lot of military without eco if you know you will be able to push.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
So yeah, you wanted to check the total idle time, right? So there you go. We've got Goku who's got wow. Goku's actually played pretty well. Yeah, I mean he's got just 2 minutes of total idle time on all his TCs.
yeah,
And Lord Bolton coming close with 2 minutes and 44 seconds of idle TC time collectively. Man, these guys actually did not have an idle TC for a very long time. I mean, if you compare that to Three Man Saw 4 had about 6.25 minutes of idle time on his TC. That core gamer with almost 6 minutes and Ranza close to 8 minutes of idle TC time. And idle villager wise, yeah, I think that core gamer just forgot about a couple of villagers because he's got almost 2 hours of total idle time
yeah,
on his
yes, yep,
villagers. So, I mean, it just makes sense, right? It's probably a couple of villagers that he forgot about, and that just racked up the idle eco
right.
time.
Yeah, I mean this is a really good plus point for supremacy. Like their
Yeah, yeah.
idle time has been very low, right?
Yes,
TC idle.
yes, exactly.
But I've played with Goku a few games, and I mean I think he's like a pretty solid player in general.
Right. So,
And
I mean,
well,
for supremacy, pretty much all of them are around 1300s, right? It's
right,
13 or
right, right.
1400s. Whereas for three-man, so we have four who's, I believe, 17 points, but he has crossed the 1800 threshold. So he's basically an 1800 player. You've got Dranzer, who is 11, 1200, and Latcore Gamer, who I believe is around 1000.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think on Lord Bolton and Dr. Questionable's part, they should definitely have been way more aggressive. I think maybe there was some communication because as we can see till feudal age, like Fur and Goku, like they basically had a like no one was killing anyone till then, right? Like
Right.
yeah. So I think they could have definitely hit and see. For example, Ranzer is still not walled, right? Like even a few
Dranzer's
nights
never
in his
walled,
base
man.
even a few nights in his base would cause a lot of
Yeah.
chaos. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, 4 has reached 1900. Okay, wow.
yeah. I think he reached a few, yeah, maybe 19. I'm not sure actually. Has
Okay.
he? Okay, Babuji says
Yeah,
he has.
Babuji is saying he has, so possibly, yeah, he has. Anyway, we can go to the next game. It's on Serengeti. By the way, I actually in all of this chaos, I forgot to do the Civ draft. So if you guys are interested, I can actually just show you guys what saves these guys have picked. Oh, I guess I mean it's the second game, right? So I think we can just finish off this game, and if we have time for the third set, we can look at the save draft for that game. Okay, he's 1800 and his max is 1892. I mean, it's still pretty close to
Yeah, I mean
1900, right?
that's basically 1900.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm on the 5 second mark.
Okay. Yeah, I have paused at 5 seconds as well.
Right, right. So we have Dranzer as Malay.
So what we'll
Alpha.
do is we'll just do the countdown. We'll go live and then we can
All
start.
right. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll go live in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
So we
Yeah. So Dranzer is playing as the Malay,
yeah.
and I assume he's going to be the pocket this time. Yeah. And one of the
No, no.
flanks is Alpha Omega.
Dranzer is playing flank.
Uh,
Alpha Omega is playing as the pocket.
Okay,
Mali.
yeah, yeah. So Alpha Omega playing as the pocket. He's playing as the Malians. Okay,
Yes.
interesting. And then 4 is playing as the Vikings.
Yep. Yes.
Right. And can you just go over the team on the other side? So
There is
starting with
Goku.
Coco, yeah.
Goku is playing as Portuguese, and the pocket is Dr. Questionable playing as Berbers, and Lord Bolton is playing as Saracens. Okay, that is
Hmm.
an interesting choice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
So
have a really good civs on, I think, both sides.
yeah,
Yeah. For Sarangari, I mean, definitely Vikings, one of the very solid civs
right, right.
on open maps because of their early eco bonuses.
Hmm.
And Malay, yeah, Malay can be pretty good because they can be make like 1 or 2 wills more and then click up because
Yeah,
they.
faster up times.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Uh,
Saracens is overall really good. They can market abuse pretty well. They have those archers with bonuses against walls and buildings, which is a team bonus as well to a certain degree. And I mean the pockets are Berbers and Malians, right? Yeah,
yeah.
Berbers are really solid pockets, especially in like late castle, early imp, where you can produce a lot because of the cheaper cavalry. But then because Malians have Farimba and Malians can basically produce everything that Berbers can, I would definitely say that Malians in the end game can be better when it comes to
Hmm.
cavalry.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And okay, so for this game, they've also benched Latkor Gamer in favor
Yes.
of Alpha Omega.
Omega, yes.
So Alpha Omega again, I believe, is a 9 pointer.
Right.
I believe checking out his ratings. So yeah, he's about 900 euro.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean apart from that, wait, will he lose that villager? Oh, Dranzo almost loses a villager to the elephant over here, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. I mean Alpha Omega is pushing the zebras pretty well, I think. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
but
mean
the
I think
issue
he's
here
like
is for Alpha Omega in all of this, he's got 22 seconds of idle TC time. So
oh
yeah, exactly. So I mean, you might push those zebras or your your ostriches or whatever. The issue here is that if you're causing idle time on your TC,
right.
it's not really valuable.
Yeah. I mean he is Malians, right? He has that wood bonus like cheaper buildings.
Yeah, yeah, 10. I think it's
He can
10% cheaper, right?
15.
Okay, okay.
He can just I think it makes a lot of sense for him to maybe just mill the zebras if he thinks that
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
yeah.
if he has a low APM he might as well just do that.
Exactly.
And now Dr. Questionable and
Yeah, there's
Lord Bolton are trying to fit
Dranzo
Harass
Scout, yeah.
out. Yeah, that is interesting.
I mean, fair play to those guys. Dranzo's usually a pest with his scout, so Karma
Yes,
is scout. Okay, so he just pulls in his scout, and in all of this, Doctor Questionable loses his scout.
yes. And Ramsar has a lot of idle wills.
Yeah,
He's sending sheep. Okay. I think first mill can definitely be made on the zebras. Just eat those zebras, then you can maybe go to berries or something.
yeah, and he's
And
actually
Ramsar has decided to engage with the scout against. Yeah.
oh man. Uh,
Okay, so Lord Bolton is going for I think a drush because of the barracks, and he's making barracks with I don't know 2 wills. Yeah, it's a lot of wills. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going for maybe again drush into archers, drush FC, something like that. With Saracens, the transition is really smooth because of the market abuse and cheaper market.
Yeah,
Rush
but
is
you know what?
good.
I believe Dranzer's build order has been thrown off completely because his mill was extremely late in coming up, and it's not like he's going for a pre-milled rush or anything. So,
Nope, nope, no, 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 no.
and he's pushing zebras as well.
Zebras, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think if you have like 4 5 zebras and you have loomed wills, you can like just mill them
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
in arcade.
definitely. Yeah.
Especially like when you know that your pocket opponent pocket is not in feudal,
Right, right, right.
you're still fine.
So, by the way, we have two player on Supremacy's side who already clicked up, and on the other side we have four who's clicked up. Okay, and now we see Alpha Omega clicking up as well.
Yes, yes.
And Ranza's
First has
saying,
gone for
no,
sorry.
Ranza's saying he forgot to click up. Oh man.
Wait, but does Dranzer have the resources? No. Dranzer anyways doesn't have the resources, right? Like even if he wants to click up, he only has 400 food.
Oh man, that is rough.
Yeah, and yeah, he has the drush is in, and the woodlines are open. So yeah, let's see. Okay,
And
it's only two militia, is
yeah, yeah,
it?
it's two militia, and unfortunately, Ranza's not able to quick all those villagers in.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, he should have one more militia coming in. Yeah, yeah, he has. Yeah, so, because he has like 4 military, right? Yeah.
No, no, that militia is just idle.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah,
he's
he should
chilling
come
on
in.
this hill, looking at the
Yeah.
trees, I suppose.
Fur is doing a 22 pop penatams into archers, I think, which makes a lot of sense because with Vikings it's really smooth.
But I mean, here's the thing. Dranzer has still not clicked up.
Yeah, yeah.
And does he have any food income? Okay, so he has the four
He has
villagers on berries.
478 food. Yeah, I think he can just force drop wherever and yeah. Now
Yeah,
he's
he has just clicked up, yeah.
luckily since he is Malay, he'll still go up fast. And
Uh,
Ranzer has I think already lost a will, right? Yeah. Yes.
so
And
I
militia,
do
yeah.
believe his build order was thrown off completely because of that early
Drush,
aggression with the scouts.
yeah, yeah. I mean even Drush is really harassing him, right?
Yeah.
Now the third militia decides to join. Let's
Uh,
see. Lord Bolton might be. I mean, he can do a Drush FC, I think, but he has to sell his stone. Like
yeah.
because of Saracens, it's still possible for him to do.
Yeah, I mean the cheaper market plus the lower cost of, you know, exchanging your resources or whatever, so he can do that.
And,
Uh,
oh,
okay.
Goku has actually milled the zebras, and he's taking shorefish as well. That is pretty
Oh,
good. Good. Yeah, yeah. And
yeah,
first Manatams are in his base, so yeah. Yeah, this I don't really understand this. Like Goku has gone for scums directly, right?
yeah.
I think it's because he has no
No, no,
word income, right?
wait, where are Goku scouts?
No, Goku is the flank, right? He's
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Portuguese player. Yeah, I think he.
Oh, Goku actually loses a will to the Manitams. He might lose
Yeah,
one
he
more.
lost two. Yeah, he has already lost two bills, and I
Ah,
think he
okay.
will. And for playing like a 19xx and doing like
Yeah,
the
he's
micros, I guess
using
he will.
the scout to
Yep. Yeah.
kill the villager.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty unfortunate. I think because of the Manatams, Goku forgot to send his wills to gold, so he has a range up, but he has no archers.
yeah, he's having to make skirms at this point. And
Yep.
wait, does he have the wood for that? I mean, he should.
I mean, he has
Oh, Goku doesn't
1600.
actually have. Okay, so wait, what? Okay, yeah, this is the house. I thought this was a mining camp on the stone. But yeah, so
No.
Goku basically does not have the stone to drop a mining camp on his gold.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man.
So, I mean, Fur has anyways done a lot of damage as with those Manatams, right?
Yeah.
And in the lieu of that, he has actually made a few archers, but he's going for the eco approach, which is, I think, right. Like,
And Dr. Questionable scouts are coming in, but I mean, at 15 minutes, it's way too late now.
yes.
And oops, Dranzo's already got an archer out. Wait, just one? Yeah, so that's just two archers now for Dranzo.
Right.
And I assume he should be massing them up, sending them forward. Does he have a blacksmith up?
Right. Dr. Questionable is planning to click up.
Okay, so Dranzer does
Yeah.
not have a blacksmith. And by the way, Dr. Questionable has actually got inside first base here. So this is actually the first time that we are seeing, any sort of
Some
heavy
aggression on
aggression. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
on a one of the good players.
Yes. Uh, yep.
Yeah, I mean, for there's actually a hole here which he seems to have missed, but I mean it's Serengeti,
Alpha
right?
Omega
So
also has the scouts behind Lord Bolton's base, and they are in. He has three scouts. Let's see if he's able to micro and do some damage.
yeah, so Lord
Warden,
Bolton should
Warden of,
notice that now. Oh no, but some very nice reactions from Lord Bolton. So these scouts
yeah,
won't actually get a lot of villager kills,
right. Yeah.
and
And their HP is low as well.
yeah,
I mean, this map is not really a map where you should wall, I think.
exactly. I mean it's impossible to wall on Serengeti, right?
You can just do, I guess, peer defense and like aggression would be really good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Something which I don't understand by Lord Bolton is like he's not being a market. I mean, he is Saracens, the first
yeah.
building
So we have Dranzer who's found a small hole. I mean there are massive holes anyway, but
in first where?
no, in Lord Bolton's base. So Dranzer's inside now with three archers.
Oh, with
It's
three
not a lot.
archers, no fletching, I guess. No fletching.
I don't believe he even has. Oh, okay, so he has the blacksmith now, but no fletching yet.
Right. Yeah, and he goes back.
I mean, these archers will go down, but unless Lord Bolton plugs this gap, Dranzer can just keep going in repeatedly.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean this is interesting, right? It's like 19-minute mark and like you don't have fletching. Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Even Lord Bolton, I think, going for a TC, like a second TC. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, Lord Bolton, he's up. He's going for a second TC.
he had his villagers out ready to build a TC before he even hit Castle Age, actually. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
moment he hits Castle Age, he just dropped the second TC. And
Right,
he's
right.
got crossbows as well now.
Yeah, I mean, he has 6 farms. He has 34 wills. I think he should make a market and like make
Yeah,
4 or 5 archery ranges and just clean everything
exactly,
because
exactly.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I-
Wait, Goku, did he have to place a tower somewhere? Okay, so Goku had to place a tower here
whatever
because
on
we
his
actually
woodline
missed this, right? Four said in the chat that he killed Goku's 6 villagers on his
on
woodline.
the woodline, on the
Yeah.
top woodline, right? Yeah, there seems to be a few bodies there.
And Dranzer's actually getting hit over here. So Dranzer does have, okay, so Dranzer has 13 archers compared to 11 crossbows to
Yeah, but
Lord
those
Bolton.
crossbows don't even have Botkin, right? So, like those
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
archers don't. Yeah, I don't understand this approach. Like, it should be like he doesn't even have Botkin, so I think it makes sense for Lord Bolton to go get Botkin first, like
Yeah,
before anything else.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Or if nothing else, just add like 3 or 4 scoms along with your crossbows,
Yeah, I
which
mean, look
would be
at Fur,
enough.
right? He has already added a third range. Like, he knows
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So, yeah, once he's up with the Viking Eco, he'll be able to produce from 3 ranges continuously.
yeah. And by the way, Dr. Questionable has 2 knights out already.
Yes.
He's on 2 stables, right? Yeah, that's 2 stables for Dr. Questionable. Let's see where he actually decides to send them. Meanwhile, Dranzer seems to have pushed Lord Bolton back, and he's actually moving forward. So, okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
there will be an
Brandon has,
engagement here.
yeah.
Oh man, Dranzer will.
Yeah, he's not patrolling. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he lost a few
it's
there.
not even patrolling. I don't know why he split up his archers into 2 groups.
Yep, yep. Luckily, because uh, Lord Bolton doesn't have a university. Lord Bolton is on 3 TCs. Interesting. Okay. I guess he's been told that Goku is hit pretty hard, so he's going
Oh
for the.
man, Dranzer will, I think, end up walking his archers into Lord Bolton's TC. Does Lord Bolton notice?
Oh,
Oh, there we go. He does
yes,
notice.
he does. Oh God.
Oh man.
What? He's hitting the TC? Oh,
Yeah. I think that was just a misclick. He tried to right click. Oh man, Dranzo.
And the split micro with two archers. Nice. And sorry, Dranzer really puts up a show.
Yeah, and Alpha Omega's. I mean, he has to send his knights forward, right? Because otherwise, Dranzo is dead.
Right, right.
I mean, he's still like 30 seconds to Castle Age. What about Fur? Okay, so Fur is moving in with 13 crossbows, and he's about to hit Goku. Goku actually has more military, but he's not clicked up to Castle Age.
I
So,
mean, he was hit pretty hard, right? In early.
oh man, Fur will end up losing all his crossbows here. Because Dr. Questionable has +2 knights.
Yes, and those are enough knights to
Yes,
kill.
yes, yes.
He,
What?
oh, why is he running
Why is he
away?
pulling back?
Yeah, those
Oh,
knights, 7 knights are enough to take out 13
yes.
crossbows. He just has to surround them well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also during this entire time, Alpha Omega is booming crazy.
So he's
He's
on
still
56 villagers,
and
and that's 9 knights right now. How many TCs does he have?
three.
Okay, so he's on 3 TCs. Fair enough.
Yeah. Is he making any army right now? He's, I think, making a few knights, right?
Who, Alpha Omega?
Yes.
Nothing yet. I mean,
No, no, he
he
has 11 military. I think his military is spread out in different.
it's 9 knights and 2 scouts. The thing is, he's gearing up for a massive push because he's building, or he has 4 stables. So
Wait, force
yeah,
I.
Alpha Omega. I mean, he has 3 up. The fourth one is being constructed somewhere.
Wait, what time are you on?
I am at
Maybe.
27, 27.
Right. So Alpha Omega is on how many stables?
4 stables now. I mean, he's got 4 stables. I don't think they are producing anything. Uh,
Mm,
2 of them are
three
basically
base,
in
right?
first base.
Ah, I see. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
That's interesting position.
yeah.
Right.
And meanwhile, Goku is just about to get Castle Age. 20 seconds to go.
There is a small raid by Dr. Questionable on Fur.
But I don't understand. Like, this is just bad military control. These knights should be hitting the crossbows, finish them off. Then you can maybe, go after the stables.
Yeah, but like now Alpha Omega also has his knights on, right?
Yeah.
And Alpha is now mixing in some camels, which makes a lot of sense. Just to counter those knights.
So interestingly, they all have, or rather, Alpha Omega and Dr. Questionable both have the same upgrades on their knights. The difference is that since Dr. Questionable is playing as the Berber, so knights are cheaper for them, right?
I think he should have like a lot more knights by 31-minute mark.
Yeah, he's got 21 knights.
Yes.
Compared to Alpha Omega, I mean, it's still a lot.
I mean,
Alpha
Alpha
Omega's.
Omega has 29 knights, right? 29 military, which is way more.
No, no, Alpha Omega has. Wait, how many is that? He's got 7 camels and 11 knights. 11 camels and 11 knights now.
That's a lot, right? Like,
Yeah, and 4 is moving forward as well with his
yeah.
34 crossbows, I believe.
They are going to idle Goku's eco again.
Yeah.
Goku is down to 47 wills.
I mean, Dranzers also had just 48 wills, so.
Yeah. But I mean, that might just be
But
Dranzer.
yeah, exactly. But the thing is, Dranzer's actually going forward. He's doing quite a bit of damage to Lord Bolton.
Right.
Or he will do quite a lot of damage, assuming he actually manages to get
Right
past the
now,
TC.
they have called the GGs.
Oh, is it?
Oh, you're still on the 31-minute mark, is it? Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe there was some fast forward by me at some point of time. Yes.
Uh, but I don't understand why should you call the GG at this point? The numbers are so close. Maybe they end up losing their crossbows or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goku is going to lose a lot of eco here.
Yeah, so basically, Dranzer sort of just managed to hold off Dr. Bolton, and then 4 and Alpha Omega just went in and finished off Goko, because that is what it looks like over here.
Right, right.
Yeah, Agent P. I mean, 1000 Elo players, if you have the right teammates and the right guidance, you can actually look like a 1200 or a 1300 player.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, both. I think there's only 1,000 Elo player, by the way.
Yeah, Alpha Omega,
Only
exactly.
Alpha.
No, I mean, even in the previous game, we had Ratcore Gamer,
Yes.
who
Yeah,
was
yeah.
around 1000 Elo. The the thing is the fact that they have fur on their side, so it sort of raises up the collective ego of the team, right? Because the guidance that you get from them, the direction,
No,
they
I mean clearly these people have like 3 months or like they've planned more. I mean, I also
yeah
see them in GC. They are practicing.
yeah
I think
exactly.
Fur
And
and Panther they've been discussing for prior to this.
yeah, Transom was a good coach. Okay, so Lord Bolton just calls the GG.
Yeah.
So this time they actually do decide to call the GG, and yeah, there we go. So that's 2-0 to 3-man saw.
Yeah. I mean, Goku was really behind in the eco, right? He is like after this raid, he's now on 39 kills.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much dead, and
Yeah.
Alpha Omega actually hitting 100 kills here.
Yeah. Yes.
So at some point there would have been a massive boom. Unfortunately, before he could actually do any of those things, the game was called.
Right.
So
Yeah, I think the Saracens player like Lord Bolton again could have been like way more aggressive
yeah,
with his because he is Saracens, right?
yeah,
After all, if
yeah.
he
I mean,
has
the
those.
thing is, there was some early aggression, but after that, there wasn't anything to follow that up with, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess after Drush, that was basically it, right? Like
Yeah.
there's Drush, and then yeah,
And yeah, so military counts pretty similar for both the teams actually. Fur and Goku both got to 41 military. The flanks 31 and 38, and pockets at 23 and 29. Otherwise, nice KD for Fur. Otherwise, yeah. So Goku with a negative KD. So was Dranzer. And yeah, Alpha Omega, he lost the least units, but then he still had a negative KD anyway.
Mhm.
Eco
I think
wise,
Alpha played pretty well, like considering his elo
yeah.
and all. Like I think he played pretty well. The only thing that I would say is that if you go to his resources right now, like he has 2,700 wood floating,
Ah, okay.
1,000 food floating, and like I mean he should definitely like do
Hmm.
some
Yeah,
micro
yeah.
games here and
Yeah, I
there.
mean, so I was actually about to get to that point that, uh, you know, some of these teams aren't being pressured. I can say the same for Stackers X as well from the previous
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like these guys aren't being pressured, so you can't see the weaknesses of the weaker player, whether it is a pocket or a flank. But, once they actually start facing better opponents as the
yeah.
rounds
Right.
go on, somebody like an Alpha Omega or, we had Instagram in the previous set. If they don't actually hold up their end of the map, it can
Yeah.
actually snowball into a pretty, interesting game where even the 17 or the 1800 ELO player can come under pressure.
Yes, yes.
And yeah, so looking at the technology, Goku actually got to Castle is extremely late. Like 28 minutes makes no sense whatsoever. Whatever,
I mean, he was man-at-armed initially, and then archers. Yeah, like I mean, Goku was pretty much under the
yeah.
weather from the
I
start.
mean, he
Yeah.
was playing against
I
Fur,
think
so it sort of makes sense. But
no, I think he should still like maybe small ball his like going for full balls in this case is I
yeah,
don't think
full
any.
balls on Serengeti does not make sense. I mean,
You make small balls.
yeah,
Go if you. I mean, what's the best way to anyways tackle man-at-arms into archers, right? Like go straight archers, and like once you have
exactly.
two archers out, man-at-arms are basically
Exactly.
useless.
And if you're going straight archers, you will always have more archers than a man at arms into archers player.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, society wise, nothing interesting. Nobody actually built a castle, which is funny.
Yeah. I mean, I think Alpha Omega was planning to. He has
Yeah, he
good.
has collected a bunch of stone. I just noticed.
Yes, stone. Yep.
So
I mean, I think someone must have told him that you have to take Farimba.
yeah,
So once
exactly.
you're up, and that needs a castle. So yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, let me just update the brackets here. That's 2-0 for three-man saw. And yeah, so this is what the winner bracket looks like at this point. What time is it? Okay, so it's almost 11. What we'll do now is we'll basically call it a night and we'll resume tomorrow. We'll have Team Agent versus Logisticas. We'll have the Sultans versus the Ninja Squad, and possibly if we have time, we can even cover Hitter Base versus Stacker Z tomorrow. So, yeah, Agent P, I believe you're playing for the with Logisticas, right? You're with BR and Nagraj, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, you'll have to wait until tomorrow for your games because it's 11 p.m. and I haven't had any food since morning, so I need to get some dinner. Yeah, no spoilers, man.
Hmm.
Please. So, yeah, anyways, that's it from us, I guess, for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow pretty much at the same time, 8:30 or so. I was slightly late today, should not happen tomorrow. So, we'll be going live tomorrow to 8:30. You think you'll be able to join me tomorrow? No chance?
Yeah, I'll ping you once I'm around.
Okay, fair enough. Or we can just do what we did today, where you can just join in and we can start co-casting once you're up. So I'll go live at 8:30, and whenever you have the time, you can just join in.
All right. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So GG's guys, good night, and again a
Okay.
happy new
Thank
year
you
to
guys.
everyone.
Yep. Thank you guys. Thank you, chat. Thanks,
Yeah,
Anet.
yeah, sure,
See
man.
you guys.
Yeah, yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
And let me just see who's online. Maybe.
If people want to play TGs, we will probably play them now, so people can join the AOEIndia VC.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, whoever's not on Discord, please do join us on Discord as well. I'll just post the link here. And by the way, we've got a redirect now, so you can just type aoeindia.gg/discord and it should redirect you to our Discord server. Discord is broken, is it? In that case, you can just do this.
All right. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, see you,
Yes,
man.
Anet.
Good night.
See you. Good night, man.
Yeah, so I have the link for the Discord anyway. Anybody who is not a part of the server, you're welcome to join it. And okay, so we have MBL online. Let's send a raid his way. So yeah, that's GG's from us, guys. Good night. See you tomorrow.